political parties. State parties. State parties. Other than these 6 parties, most of the major parties of the country are classified by the Election Commission as state parties. These are commonly referred to as regional parties. Parties like the Samajwadi Party, Samata Party, and Rashtriya Janata Dal have national level political organization with units in several states. Some of these parties like Biju Janata Dal, Sikkim Democratic Front, and Mizo National Front are conscious about their state identity. Often, no one national party is able to secure on its own a majority in Lok Sabha. As a result, the national parties are compelled to form alliances with state parties. Since 1996, nearly each one of the state parties has got an opportunity to be a part of one or the other national level coalition government. Challenges to political parties. We have seen how crucial political parties are for the working of democracy. All over the world, people express strong dissatisfaction with the failure of political parties to perform their functions well. This is the case in our country too. Popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on 4 problem areas in the working of political parties. The first challenge is lack of internal democracy within parties. All over the world, there is a tendency in political parties towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. Parties do not keep membership registers, do not hold organizational meetings, and do not conduct internal elections regularly. Ordinary members of the party do not get sufficient information on what happens inside the party. They do not have the means or the connections needed to influence the decisions. Since one or few leaders exercise paramount power in the party, those who disagree with the leadership find it difficult to continue in the party. The second challenge of dynastic succession is related to the first one. Those who happen to be the leaders are in a position of unfair advantage to favor people close to them or even their family members. In many parties, the top positions are always controlled by members of one family. This is unfair to the other members of that party. The third challenge is about the growing role of money and muscle power in parties. They are focused only on winning elections. They tend to use shortcuts to win elections. In some cases, parties support criminals who can win elections. Democrats all over the world are worried about the increasing role of rich people and big companies in democratic politics. The fourth challenge is that very often parties do not seem to offer a meaningful choice to the voters. In order to offer meaningful choice, parties must be significantly different. In recent years, there has been a decline in the ideological differences among parties in most part of the world. For example, the difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain is very little. They agree on more fundamental aspects but differ only in details on how policies are to be framed and implemented. In our country too, the differences among all the major parties on the economic policies have reduced. Those who want really different policies have no option available. Sometimes people cannot even elect very different leaders either, because the same set of leaders keeps shifting from one party to another. That is all in this topic. In the next topic, we will learn about how can parties be reformed.